Okay, this is our second video about stormwater, and again, we're talking about even a little bit of rain all the way up to our flash flood situations. And this one is going to be about how we store that water and how we treat that water so that we don't end up with flash floods downstream. Code requirements, still important. You should read these. So a retention pond is a very common way to do it. Anytime you see a big pond on a piece of property, like if you go up 35, there's like a bit where the discount stores, the outlet stores, they have some retention ponds there. And you often see retention ponds and you don't really realize that's actually there to collect stormwater. It usually looks like some kind of decorative pond, but it's really there to keep the stormwater. And it might be something like this, where they put a cute little fountain in the middle, so it looks kind of decorative, but they've meant it to hold rainwater. You'll notice that the water surface is well below the top of here, so this will actually hold a very large volume of water. And the property is designed where all the rainwater comes off and goes into this section. It keeps this water on the property. The water can infiltrate into the ground here or be evaporated up here, and it doesn't get shipped downstream to the next people's property. We could also have a dry pond area, and again, if you look as you start driving around Round Rock, you'll see areas where this is. It's actually an area that stays dry most of the time unless it's needed. It's very often something where it's a sunken area here, and it doesn't hold water, but you'll notice that there's drains here at the bottom, and this is meant to fill up with water when it rains. Often these areas are actually built where they have things like soccer fields or things like that. Chances are if you're having a 100-year flood, you're not going to have people out there trying to play soccer in it. So they often put it in recreational areas and use these areas for recreation, like soccer fields, when it's not raining, and then they're meant to fill up with water when it does rain. So this is the side views. Basically they look similar. Up here you'll notice that this is the detention pond, where this is just meant to hold water short term. Detention just holds it short term, and it has a discharge that allows the water to go off all the time. Here in the retention pond, notice that it doesn't have a discharge at the bottom because we want it to hold some water all the time, but it just has this overflow here at the top. Underground storage tanks is another solution. Making wetlands that are designed to stay flooded. This is especially true across southern United States in very wet areas. They keep part of the land and they just let it stay wet. It can also be used in park areas where it's designed like this in this park, where this park is just designed to be swampy. It's just supposed to be attractive that way, but really it's for the natural fauna, the natural flora, and for flood prevention. When you're trying to decide how big a pond you need, you consider these. When we're finding the volume of the pond, this is just surface area here, surface area times the drainage area times this here. It's just an estimate. This is just volume equals area times distance if we're finding the area of the pond we need. And generally we estimate them as rectangular or circular, even though they're usually not. That's it for this.